Hello everyone and welcome back to another very exciting chess game by Alexander Alekhine. So in this chess game, Alekhine has the white pieces and his opponent is a player with no name, an unknown chess player. And this chess game was played in 1911 in Moscow, and this is a must-see attacking masterpiece by Alexander Alekhine. So he starts the game with e4, we have e5, knight to f3, and of course we have the Italian game bishop to c4, bishop to c5, Greco piano, c3 by Alekhine, and planning to play d4. So developing the knight and then d4, e takes on d4, and both players castled. Well, black didn't want to capture in this position after Alekhine castled, because if d takes on c3, knight takes on c3, and white is developing very quickly. And instead of knight takes on c3, white can also alternatively play e5 in this position. So this is also, according to the computer chess engine, a pretty logical move for white. And white has a very active position with lots of attacking chances. So in this position, after e takes on d4, both players castled. C takes on d4, so after defending the bishop, but after c takes on d4, it came with a tempo. Alekhine played d5, pushing his opponent back, again pushing the pawn, and knight goes back. And actually in this position, white is already much better. And Alekhine played an obvious move. He played d6, squeezing his opponent like an anaconda, so torturing his opponent as early as move 10. So this is move 10, c takes on d6, e takes on d6, so defending the knight, and then bishop to g5. Every move comes with a tempo, and this is almost, but almost trapping the queen. Black can't push the f-pawn because the f-pawn is pinned. So blocking with the knight, which is the only defense in this position, and completing the development, knight to c3, asking a question, pushing the pawn, and black wants to relieve his position. But Alekhine played queen to c2, which is the best move. In this chess game, he was wearing his attacking jacket on. So exploiting the pin on f7, and attacking the knight. So capturing the bishop, and Alekhine simply captures the knight, the f-pawn is pinned. So knight to h7, defending the g-pawn, and in this position Alekhine played a very beautiful move. He played knight to d5, now blocking the bishop and unpinning the f-pawn and sacrificing his queen. But black didn't fall for it, he played king to h8. So if capturing the queen, then knight to e7, discovered check, double check. So only move, moving the king, and then knight takes on g6, check, mate, smothered checkmate. So this is why Alexander Alekhine confidently played knight to d5, and look at black's position. The bishop is boxed in because of this pawn. Developing this bishop is not easy. It's a very difficult task. The bishop is boxed in. It looks very sad, and so is the rook. That's a very sad looking, pathetic bishop. So anyway, we have king to h8 and then knight to e7 by Alexander Alekhine, and sacrificing his queen for the second time. And this is a very difficult position. Well, actually this is not even a sacrifice, because black is getting checkmated very quickly. Knight takes pawn, checkmate. And if some random move, then knight takes on g5. So threatening checkmate, knight takes, queen takes knight on g5, and threatening checkmate on h5 and also on h4, and defending is very tricky. So in this very difficult position, black decided to sacrifice his queen just to get rid of this knight, which was a pain in the neck. Alekhine simply captures the queen, and black also captures the queen, and creating this horrible, terrible triple pawn structure. What a torturous chess game for black. Well, of course, let me show you what happens if capturing the queen. If f takes on g6, then knight takes on g6, checkmate. So anyway, in this position, we have queen takes on e7, capturing the queen, and maybe black was expecting that Alekhine was going to capture the rook, so knight takes queen, and black is getting 3 pieces, so white has 2 pieces, but also white has the exchange. That should be winning for white as well. But in this position, Alekhine played a much more stronger move than capturing the rook. He was not interested in capturing the rook. He was more interested in checkmating the king. So what would you do in this position if you had the white pieces? Can you guess the best move for white? Because after that move, black resigned. Okay, so Alekhine played knight to e5, and this is the strongest move in this position, and black resigned. There is no sensible defense against knight takes on g6, checkmate. So black resigned, but let me show you the possible continuation. If something like rook to e8, defending, then knight takes on g6, checkmate. And after knight to e5, if rook to f6, it looks like it is a logical move. So defending both the rook and also on g6, but simply knight takes on g6, rook takes on g6, promoting the queen, only defense, check, only move, check, and black is getting checkmated, there is no defense. And in this position, actually there is an interesting move that prolongs this torture, and that is d5. But then knight takes on g6, only move, capturing the pawn, and if blocking with the rook, black is getting force checkmated. So if blocking with the rook, pushing the pawn, promoting the queen, and how to defend? Only defense is with the knight, the rook is pinned. So bishop to e6, connecting the rooks, but let's check out that variation as well. So if blocking with the rook, we can push the pawn and promote the queen, only defense, check, and where is the king going? This is the only move, and then capturing the knight. So let's say moving the king here, this is getting checkmated. And if king moves up, then this is getting checkmated again. So as you can see, there is no sensible defense in this position. Okay, so after knight to e5, d5 is prolonging a little bit. Bishop takes. So in this position, this is why blocking with the rook is getting checkmated by force. Bishop to e6, and then capturing the bishop, only defense, and knight to e5, and this is also losing. So in this position, white is threatening to capture the rook, moving the king, and then knight to g6, checkmate. So actually defending is very difficult, so this is also unplayable. So even if it prolongs the game, I think it doesn't make any sense. This is still losing. So if some random move, capturing the rook, only move, and getting checkmated. So, okay, what do you think about this masterpiece chess game by Alekhine, The Art of the Attack? So basically, after knight to e5, this is why black resigned. And I hope you have enjoyed watching this chess game, and I hope to see you next time with more instructive, beautiful chess games. So, of course, Alekhine's opponent, well, I would like to say a few final words about this amazing chess game. Of course, Alekhine's opponent was much more inferior compared to Alekhine, but the way Alekhine defeated his opponent was so aesthetic, so artistic. So the way he defeated his opponent is going to make you speechless, basically. It was simply a piece of art. Okay, so this is the beauty of this chess game. So thank you very much again, and I hope to see you next time. Stay safe, take care, and bye-bye.